Hello everyone. In this video we're going to talk about selection sort. Now selection sort is a very simple sorting algorithm, and using this algorithm we are going to sort the 8 numbers that you can see in ascending order. The pseudocode for selection sort is also given on the slide. Now let's see how selection sort works. We first consider the first element in this list of numbers, which is 3. Now 3 is first set as the minimum. Now we'll go through all the other elements in this list that are unsorted and compare it with 3. So first we're going to compare 44, which is the next element, with the current minimum, which is 3. 44 is greater than 3, so we just move on to the next element. 38 also happens to be greater than 3, so we move on to the next element, which is 5. 5 also happens to be greater than 3, so in this way we just move on to the next element in this list. Finally we'll reach 26. 26 is also greater than 3. At this point, we have reached the end of this list of elements, so what we will do is we'll swap the minimum with the first unsorted position. The first unsorted position and 3 are in the same place, so no swap is essentially necessary. At this point, 3 will be considered to be sorted, and as you can see, 3 is now marked in yellow. Now we move on to the next element in this list, which is 44. So 44 is the new minimum, and that is shown in red. We compare 38, the next unsorted element, with 44. Now 38 is less than 44, so 38 is set as the new minimum. We next compare 5 with 38. 38 is the current minimum, and as 5 is less than 38, 5 will be set as the new minimum. As you can see, 5 is now in red. We compare 47 next with the current minimum, which is 5. As 47 is greater than 5, we just move on to the next element, which is 15. 15 also happens to be greater than 5, so we move on to the next element, 36, and then to 26. At this time, we have reached the end of this list of elements, so what we do is we are going to swap 5 with the first unsorted position, that is 44. So 5 and 44 are going to get swapped. At this point, 5 is considered to be sorted, and you will see that 5 is now marked in yellow. We'll now consider the next unsorted element, which is 38. 38 will be the new minimum. Now, what is going to happen is we are going to move through the list of the elements. We're going to consider 44. As 44 is greater than 38, we are going to do nothing, and we are going to move on to the next element, which happens to be 47. We next move on to 15. As 15 is less than 38, 15 will now be the new minimum, and as you will see, 15 will be marked in red. We'll then move on to 36 and compare it with 15, which is the current minimum. 36 is greater than 15, so we will just move on to the next element, which is 26. We'll compare 26 with 15, and at this point we have moved through all the elements in this list. Now we are going to swap 15 with the first unsorted position, which happens to be occupied by 38. So 15 and 38 are going to get swapped, and at this point we will consider 15 to be sorted. We now move to the next element in this unsorted list, which is 44. So 44 will be set as the new minimum. We'll compare 47 with 44, and 47 is greater than 44, so we'll just move on to the next element, which is 38. 38 and 44 are, 38 is less than 44, so 38 will be set as the new minimum. Next, we'll compare 36 with 38. 36 is less than 38, so 36 will be set as the new minimum. And then we'll move on to 26 and compare it with 36. And 26 will be set as the new minimum. Now, we are going to swap 26 with 44, the first element in this first unsorted position. And now we'll consider 26 to be sorted. So essentially, what we are doing in selection sort is we are going through the unsorted elements, finding the one that is minimum and putting it in its correct position. So essentially now, if we go through 47, 38, 36, and 44, we're going to pick 36 and put it in its correct position. So let's see how this works. So we have 47, which is set as the minimum. We compare 38 with 47, and 38 now becomes the new minimum. We compare 36 with 38. 36 is less than 38, so it becomes the new minimum. And then we have 44. So now we have identified 36 as the new minimum, and we swap it with 47. And now 36 is in its correct position. In this way, we now move through the rest of the elements. So 38 will be selected. It is the new minimum. Compared with 47 and 44, it continues to be the minimum, and we'll find that it is in its correct place, so no need to swap. Then we'll have 47 as the new minimum, and then compare it with 44, and you will see that 44 is less than 47, so it will become the new minimum, and then we'll swap 47 and 44. So 44 will be in its correct position. At this point, we have reached the end. Basically, there is only one element that was 47, and it had to be in its correct position because all the other elements were sorted. So in this way, we've seen that selection sort can sort all the elements in ascending order. With this, I'll conclude this video. Thank you for